The Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Classical Composition, 1996. 5 compositions were nominated for the award this year. Since the Grammy does not rank the nominees in any particular order, I'll discuss them in order of my personal opinion, as usual. Violin Concerto by Georgi Ligeti was composed in 1990 and revised in 1992. This is a 5-movement, 28-minute work for solo violin and orchestra. This work has many components that I'm naturally drawn to. It has great use of counterpoint, rhythmic complexity, a distinctive atmosphere, and great incorporation of extended techniques. The piece is very well written, and some might say it's the culmination of late 20th century modernism, drawing from trends established in the mid-century. However, this is not a piece I personally enjoy listening to. I can appreciate it for its construction and musicality, but I cannot recommend it as something a casual audience member would enjoy. It takes intentional study to understand the music and what makes it challenging to play on the violin. Part of the challenge is hearing the microtones, when their use is so subtle, and hearing the folk tunes as they have been deconstructed and infused into the musical texture. I would describe the harmony as alien-like, rooted in microtonal intervals and unfamiliar chord structures that avoid tonal resolution. That being said, I appreciate the 5th movement the most. I can enjoy the conversation back and forth between the violin section and the soloist about 2 minutes into the movement. This exchange is quirky and a light-hearted moment. Chamber Symphony was written by John Adams in 1992. It is a 23-minute, 3-movement composition for chamber orchestra. John Adams was inspired by 1950s cartoons and serialism. These styles don't immediately seem like they would create a successful crossover, but he somehow managed to combine the aesthetics of both in a satisfying way. This piece defies easy categorization, but includes many hallmarks of Adams' post-minimalist style, alongside influences from serialism and post-romanticism. You have to listen to at least a few minutes of it, just because the combination is so off-the-wall and unique. My favorite movement is the 3rd. It is portraying the cartoon Roadrunner. I love the forward-driving rhythms and the chaos perfectly portrayed. Of Reminiscences and Reflections was written by Gunther Schuller in 1993. It is a 1-movement, 20-minute composition for orchestra. Despite being in 1 movement, there are 5 distinct sections, each representing their own movement. This piece was written quickly over 17 days. Despite the short span of time, it is a musical gem, managing to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1994. The piece has the typical hallmarks of Schuller's style. It has moments of beauty and other moments of immense dissonance. My favorite moment is the climactic ending. The build-up is commanding and the final chord is unmistakably the end. My favorite of the year is Symphony No. 3 by Ellen Taft-Zwillich. It was written in 1992. This is a work for orchestra. It has 3 movements and lasts around 22 minutes. The piece was composed specifically to take advantage of the virtuosity of every musician in the New York Philharmonic. The style is neotonal with clear and practically functional harmony. My favorite movement is the 2nd. I enjoy the playful nature of the melody. This is contrasted with a serious atmosphere and accompaniment. The winner of the year is Concert et Guitare by Oliver Messiaen. It was composed in 1992. This piece has 4 movements and lasts 27 minutes. It is very unique because this is a concerto for a quartet and orchestra. This quartet is made up of flute, oboe, cello, and piano. This piece is dedicated to Messiaen's closest musician friends. The construction of the composition is not in a typical mid-20th century French experimental style similar to his other compositions. This piece is much closer to a neotonal style indicative of the late 20th century. While elements of his thorny harmonic palette are still present, the composition is more approachable. My favorite movement is the second. The melody is very lyrical and expressive. You can listen to the rest of Symphony No. 3 by Ellen Taft-Swillish and all the other pieces in full by checking out my website in the description. It is completely free to use. Follow to keep up with my series, Grammy Award by the Year for Best Contemporary Classical Composition. I post weekly videos.